Hey everyone, I'm Sam Patel, owner and operator of Friendly Discount Beverage in Portland, Maine, and the host for Inside the Bottle TV. Follow my good friend John and I on our journey to solve the mysteries of what's inside the bottle and thousands of unique wines and beers from around the world. I'll handle the fine wine, John will handle the craft beer, so let's grind and get inside the bottle. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Inside the Bottle TV. I'm your host, Sam Patel, and today we have an interesting episode. Thank you all for tuning into our first episode. If you have, or if you have not, definitely go and check it out. Today I have a guest on the show. Her name is Maria. And Maria is with us today. She came into the store a few days ago, a good friend of mine. And she came into the store, Kyle, myself, and Jack were hanging out, and she came in looking for a red wine. So by proxy, she came to me, and so we took her down the red wine aisle, and we went to the Malbec section. And so welcome onto the show.
Thank you, I appreciate an invitation, and I actually would like to bring your attention right away to what Sam has pointed out for me is two different wine that probably will suit everybody's needs. I would like to start with this particular wine and
Umberto Canali.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, if you don't mind to tell a little bit more about specific body flavor and.
Well, we'll start with the basics. So Humberto Canali is from Patagonia in Argentina. So today's episode will be on Argentina. So follow us to Argentina, I guess, guys, right? It is in Patagonia, and that is the most southern vineyard in the world, which is, a really cool fact. And so Patagonia is a 2013 vintage, which is the Humberto Canali vintage. And this wine has a really nice structure. That's why I gave it to you. I think you were looking for something more full-bodied.
Yes, absolutely. And actually, I ended up purchasing both of those bottles.
Yes.
And so what would you say specifically about any specific flavors or any...
Well, why don't we get inside the bottle?
Sounds good.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. So it has a really nice red, ruby red look to it.
I would like to interrupt you right in the spot. How you would even consider for us to taste the wine, to recognize the flavor, to make sure that you understand the body? Is it specific procedures that you would suggest to do?
Absolutely. So a few things I've picked up along the way are to swirl the wine. So why don't you join me and we'll kind of swirl it around a little bit. It lets the wine aerate. It brings some air to the wine. Fortunately, we popped these bottles prior to the show. We had a glass of wine already.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, it's 11 a.m. So we swirl the wine, and you can get some air into the wine. It lets it breathe. It gives it that nice bouquet that should come out of it when we go and put our nose on the wine.
So this is a next step.
Yes. Getting anything out of it?
This time I definitely smell eucalyptus for 100%.
Yes, so eucalyptus is what I get out of it. Definitely a fruit, strawberry. It's a beautiful, beautiful scent. So cheers.
Cheers.
So that part, the slurping part, I'm sure you're going to ask me that next, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So that also lets it touch every part of your palate. You want it to go around your gums, to the back palate, to the front palate, and get every piece of sense that's on your tongue. I don't know the exact numbers. I'm assuming there's a lot of different senses that are on your tongue for flavor, for taste, for dryness or whatever it may be, what else is there. So it gives you a full-bodied flavor, full taste in your mouth, and that's why I do that. Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing that you actually
Yes.
have a wine tasting in your store. I think it's time to move on to a different wine, the other one that you suggested. Also Argentinian Malbec wine,
Yeah.
named Beautiful. I love the name, by the way.
Yes, it is a beautiful wine as well. This particular wine has a pretty cool backstory. The producer, Alfredo Merlot, came into my office. He sat down, we talked for a little bit, and I had no idea who this guy was. He was brought to me by a distributor of ours, and he came in. He was a young guy. He was maybe 20, 21 years old, or so he looked. He may be a little older than that. But what I caught from him after about 30 seconds into the conversation, he was definitely a hustler. He was out there in Argentina, in the Mendoza part of Argentina, the Mendoza County, I believe that's it. And he was the youngest Malbec producer that I've ever met. And he may not be the exact. He may not be the youngest, but. He definitely looked very young, very passionate. He was in the grind of making Malbec, and so Beautiful was made. And Beautiful is it's definitely a great wine from what I tried. And I tasted it with him, which was really cool. He flew in from Argentina to Maine. It's a very small production wine. I believe they only make 8,000 cases of it, which is kind of cool. Maine is one of their larger distribution ports. So I don't get too much of it, but you will be able to find it around your local store, hopefully. And it's going to be priced around 18 or 19, maybe 20 bucks. I think we sell it for $18.99, guys. And same thing with Humberto Canali. This one, just to go back and touch on this one is $11.99. It's a phenomenal wine. Again, a cool fact is that it is the southernmost, the southernmost part for a vineyard in the world, which is kind of cool. And so yeah, you want to get inside the bottle?
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Let's do it. Yes.
We'll definitely follow the procedures.
Yes.
Yeah, snort a little, yeah. I like the design.
Keep this off.
Design of the bottle is pretty unique. It's a butterfly. It's look like a cocoon that is going to be a butterfly. That's definitely justify the taste of the wine.
Well, sitting with Alfredo, he told me a really cool line that he has that he's put on forward for his wine, and it's actually on the back of the bottle. I don't want to misquote him, so I'll read it straight from here. So, quote, "We name this great unoaked wine Beautiful as our reminder that natural beauty needs no makeup."
That's
unquote.
So true.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Coming from a young guy like Alfredo, that's really cool.
So let's try
get into the wine.
and,
Yeah. Cheers. Has some great legs on this wine, by the way. Something that we'll touch on a future episode.
No doubt, it's a beautiful wine. Absolutely beautiful wine.
It
Very
is.
mellow.
It's really nice. It's lightly tannic. I'm getting dried fruit on the front palate. I don't know if you're getting that. Yeah.
I sure do, yes.
It's 100% Malbec. It's not estate-grown Malbec. It is sourced from multiple estates around Argentina. But this wine is phenomenal for the price. And it is very small production. I suggest you guys go out to your local place or stop by our place and pick up a bottle.
Especially for coming up on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely beautiful. And name justifies the...
Well, cheers.
Absolutely, cheers to that.
Yes. 11 o'clock in the morning, and we're having a couple drinks of wine. This is very rare for us.
Saturday mornings.
It is Saturday morning, but I think we have some future engagements.
Yeah. The only one thing that I wanted to bring to this show is, where's that corkscrew? Where's that?
Oh, here's...
Oh, cork?
Yeah.
So what's going on with this?
Oh, with the cork, so...
Yeah, I have seen the first episode,
Yeah.
I got a little bit confused.
Yep, so on the first episode I had mentioned that the cork tree is going extinct. Unfortunately, my fact was wrong, and so it isn't going extinct unfortunately. It's a carbon footprint issue. It has to do with what's going on in the culture of wine, where the future of wine is going. And so there's a lot of different facts on it. There's a lot of different literature written on it. That's something that maybe Jack can post up below our video. I think that would be something that everyone can check out. But nonetheless, just wanted to point that out. It isn't that the cork tree is going extinct. It is simply carbon footprint issue. It's called a Stelvin enclosure. That's a screw top. That's what that's called, is a Stelvin enclosure. Cork has bacteria, natural bacteria in it, and by corking the wine, it can give more age to the wine. Not necessarily, it's traditional. And so by putting a screw top on a Stelvin enclosure, we don't necessarily know yet if it can be aged properly. So that's what it is.
About to find out, I guess.
I think we're about to find out, yeah. So anyways, thank you for joining us for episode number 2, Inside the Bottle TV. Thank you, Maria, for joining us. I think that's really cool. And cheers to you.
Cheers.
And definitely, guys, follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on our social media outlets as usual. And stay tuned for the second episode, or third episode.
Third episode.
Yes.
Have a good Saturday.
I think we'll cut it after.
Stay tuned.